Imagine this scene. You're alone, tears streaming silently down your face, the world oblivious to the turmoil inside you. Your heart cries out for answers, but all it meets is a vast, echoing void. Each morning you awaken with a soul so fragmented, facing yet another day of battles that nobody else seems to care about. You shoulder a burden so heavy it feels as though it might crush you. Yet there is no comforting hand reaching out. You're just a shadow, moving silently through life, unseen and unheard among the hustle of the crowd. Now, here's a harsh truth you need to confront. The world doesn't care about you, not in the way you might hope. But this realization isn't the end. It's the beginning of a powerful transformation. The philosophy of Stoicism teaches us that we hold power over our minds, not external events. Marcus Aurelius once noted that understanding this can unlock our true strength. Stoicism doesn't encourage resentment towards the world's indifference. Instead, it reveals that we don't need external validation to ascertain our worth. The universe isn't here to coddle us. It's a space where we forge our path through personal growth and resilience. Embark with me on a journey through 12 pivotal lessons of Stoic philosophy, lessons that promise to help you harness solitude, find peace in chaos, and take pride in your independence. Our first lesson revolves around breaking free from one-sided relationships. We've all been there, pouring our hearts and energies into bonds where the effort is not reciprocated. Such relationships leave us diminished, doubting our value. Stoicism teaches us that true freedom and inner peace are not found in the acceptance of others, but from within. Take, for example, the professional environment where your contributions are overlooked, your suggestions dismissed. Initially, such disregard might stir frustration within you, but then, embracing Stoic wisdom, you choose to stay composed and dignified. This shift in demeanor isn't a sign of defeat. It's a powerful declaration of self-respect, an acknowledgement that your value isn't tied to others' recognition. In shedding the need for external approval, you're not isolating yourself, but rather affirming your worth. You begin to focus on personal goals, building a life anchored not by the validation of others, but by your self-sufficiency. Imagine the strength of a marathon runner who, despite the solitude of the track, pushes forward, driven not by the cheers of the crowd, but by their inner resolve. This is the epitome of Stoic independence. Now consider the emotional toll of being perpetually available. From childhood, society teaches us to gauge our worth by the praise and approval we receive from others. This pattern often carries into adulthood, shaping how we interact on social media and beyond, where likes and comments become our sources of self-esteem. Yet this is a fleeting satisfaction, a shadow, elusive and insubstantial. Reflect on the story of Nikki, who always went above and beyond for her friends, reshaping her plans to suit theirs, believing this would cement her role as an indispensable friend. However, when crisis struck, her phone remained silent. This painful realization highlighted a profound truth. Her constant availability had not earned her the care she'd hoped for. Nikki's journey teaches us a crucial Stoic lesson. Letting go of the quest for others' approval allows us to regain control over our happiness. She learned to prioritize her needs, fostering relationships that were not just about taking, but also about mutual giving and support. Each of these stories underscores a fundamental Stoic principle, the importance of internal fortitude over external validation. As we move deeper into the exploration of Stoic teachings, keep these narratives in mind. They are not just stories, but life lessons in resilience, independence, and the true meaning of strength. Stay tuned as we delve into more Stoic wisdom, unraveling how these ancient philosophies can provide practical guidance for modern living. Each lesson is a step towards freedom, a freedom that begins the moment you decide to look within rather than without. Certainly, let's continue the narrative with more depth and expansion to meet the length requirement for each part. Here is the continuation and expansion of the first part, aiming to delve deeper into the Stoic teachings and their application in daily life. Life often presents us with trials that test not just our patience, but also our resilience. Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches the mastery of self through rational thought and emotional detachment, offers a pathway to enduring strength. This journey into Stoic philosophy is not merely academic, but deeply personal and practical. Finding strength in solitude. Imagine a scenario where you're constantly surrounded by noise, demands, and expectations. In such chaos, the Stoic practice of seeking solitude isn't about escapism, but about finding clarity. Solitude allows you to connect with your true self, away from the distractions of daily life. It's in these moments of quiet that you can reflect on your values, reassess your priorities, and decide who you want to be in the world. The story of Alexander the Great, who was influenced by the Stoic teachings of his tutor Aristotle, illustrates this well. Despite his vast empire and the constant demands of leadership, Alexander found strength in moments of solitude, using them to reflect on his purpose and the legacy he wanted to leave behind. This practice of introspection is a Stoic tool, enabling us to face life's challenges with a clear and present mind. Peace amidst chaos. In the clamor of our routines, peace might seem like a distant, almost unattainable concept. Yet, Stoicism teaches us that peace comes not from the absence of chaos, but from our ability to remain calm within it. Consider a day filled with back-to-back meetings, deadlines, and urgent emails. The Stoic approach isn't to eliminate these stresses, but to change our reaction to them. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By adopting a Stoic mindset, you can transform overwhelming chaos into manageable challenges. This doesn't mean suppressing your emotions, but understanding them, observing them without judgment, and then choosing a course of action that aligns with your core values. Self-validation over external approval. One of the most liberating teachings of Stoicism is the concept of self-validation. In a world that constantly seeks external approval, be it through social media likes, job promotions, or even interpersonal relationships, Stoicism calls us to find validation from within. Imagine you've worked hard on a project, and despite its success, you receive no recognition from your peers or superiors. While it's natural to feel undervalued, Stoicism teaches us to focus on the intrinsic value of our work. Did the project achieve its goals? Did it meet your own standards of excellence? By answering these questions affirmatively, you can maintain your self-esteem and motivation, independent of external accolades. Pride in independence. The ultimate lesson of Stoicism is finding pride in our independence. This doesn't mean isolating oneself or disregarding the importance of community. Instead, it's about embracing the idea that our happiness and worth are not contingent upon others. It's about building a life where our self-worth is a reflection of our beliefs, actions, and virtues, not the fleeting opinions or behaviors of others. This concept is exemplified in the life of Cato the Younger, a Roman statesman known for his Stoic virtues. Despite political pressure and the corruption around him, Cato remained fiercely independent, adhering to his principles even when it meant personal loss or hardship. His life teaches us that true satisfaction comes not from external success, but from knowing we have lived true to our deepest values. As we continue to explore these Stoic lessons, remember that each is a step toward not just surviving, but thriving in our complex world. The path of Stoicism is challenging, yet profoundly rewarding, offering us tools to remain unshaken in the face of adversity and steadfast in our pursuit of a meaningful life. This narrative aims to weave the principles of Stoicism into a tapestry of stories and practical applications, highlighting how ancient wisdom can guide modern lives. As we delve further into these teachings, keep in mind that each story and example is a reflection of the power within you to transform challenges into opportunities for growth and self-discovery. Stay with me as we continue to uncover the depth and breadth of Stoic philosophy, making each lesson a cornerstone in the foundation of a life lived with purpose, dignity, and profound inner strength. Continuing our exploration of Stoic wisdom, let's dive deeper into how these ancient principles can be applied to modern challenges, particularly focusing on the dynamics of personal relationships and the pursuit of emotional resilience. The art of letting go of one-sided relationships. One of the most painful yet transformative experiences is navigating through one-sided relationships. These are relationships where the balance of effort and affection is skewed, where you find yourself giving more than you receive. Stoicism teaches us that the value of relationships is not measured by the quantity of interaction, but by the quality of mutual respect and effort. Imagine you are always the one initiating contact, making plans, or offering support without reciprocity. This continuous output of energy without receiving emotional input can leave you feeling drained and undervalued. Stoicism advises us to evaluate our relationships based on the principles of virtue and mutual benefit. Seneca, a Roman Stoic philosopher, argued that a friendship only holds true value when it is grounded in mutual respect and virtue rather than need or convenience. By applying this Stoic principle, you can begin to assess which relationships in your life are genuinely enriching and which are depleting your emotional reserves. The act of letting go or redefining these one-sided relationships isn't a loss, but a necessary step towards protecting your well-being and redirecting your energies towards more fulfilling interactions. Emotional resilience in the face of indifference. The modern world often feels cold and indifferent. It's easy to feel neglected or overlooked as people are increasingly focused on their digital and personal pursuits. Stoicism, however, equips us with the tools to thrive in this very indifference by cultivating emotional resilience. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, emphasizes the importance of being self-sufficient, finding contentment regardless of external circumstances. Imagine being passed over for a promotion at work or facing rejection in your personal life. Instead of succumbing to despair, Stoicism teaches you to find strength in your response. You learn to detach your self-worth from these external validations and focus instead on your internal virtues, your integrity, your courage, your kindness. This detachment does not mean becoming emotionless, but rather viewing your emotional reactions as passages that you can observe, learn from, and ultimately control. Through this practice, you develop an unshakable core that is not easily disturbed by the storms of life. Self-acceptance over external approval. In a society obsessed with appearance and status, it's tempting to seek validation from outside sources. Yet Stoicism invites us to turn inward for approval. Epictetus taught that we should concern ourselves only with our own actions and judgments, not those of others. This focus on self-approval encourages a form of authenticity that is rare in today's world. Consider a scenario where you decide to pursue a path less traveled, perhaps a career or a hobby that is not widely recognized or valued by your social circle. The Stoic practice would be to pursue this path with vigor and passion, irrespective of the lack of external applause. Your satisfaction and pride come not from accolades, but from the personal fulfillment and joy you derive from your activities. Finding joy in solitude. Solitude is often mistaken for loneliness, but in Stoicism it is seen as a valuable space for growth and self-reflection. Being alone offers the chance to delve into your thoughts, to question your beliefs, and to challenge your assumptions without the noise of external influences. Imagine implementing a routine where you dedicate time to solitude, perhaps through meditation, journaling, or long walks in nature. These practices allow you to reconnect with your core self, to align your actions with your values, and to cultivate inner peace. In these moments of solitude, you find true companionship with yourself, which Stoicism teaches is the most important relationship you can have. Empowering independence. Ultimately, Stoicism is about empowering yourself to be independent in your happiness and mental well-being. It teaches that while we cannot control external events, we can control our perceptions and reactions. This philosophy provides a foundation for building a life that is not swayed by the highs and lows of external circumstances, but is steadily rooted in self-knowledge and self-control. As we continue to navigate the complex web of modern life, Stoic wisdom remains a guiding light. It shows us how to live with dignity, how to maintain our composure in the face of adversity, and how to forge genuine connections that are based on mutual respect and understanding, not merely on superficial interactions. In our next discussion, we will delve into how Stoicism can help manage stress and conflict while fostering a community of support and respect, essential components for thriving in today's fast-paced world. Stay with us as we continue to explore these timeless teachings, applying them not just theoretically, but practically in every facet of our lives. As we further navigate the Stoic journey, let's delve into how Stoicism helps manage stress and conflict and fosters a community of respect and support, vital for thriving in today's fast-paced and often impersonal world. Managing stress through Stoic acceptance. Stress is an inevitable part of modern life, arising from our jobs, personal challenges, and the pace at which we live. However, Stoicism offers a profound way to manage stress, not by removing the external causes, but by changing our perception of them. Stoicism teaches the practice of acceptance. This doesn't mean passive resignation, but an active, thoughtful acceptance of things we cannot change. Consider the traffic jam, a common source of daily stress. You can rage against the delay and the congestion, which changes nothing, or you can accept the situation, using the time to listen to an audiobook, reflect on your day, or simply practice breathing. This shift doesn't change the traffic, but it does change your experience of it. Epictetus emphasized that we are disturbed not by events, but by the views we take of them. By adopting this mindset, you can transform your experience of stress from one of frustration and helplessness to one of calm and control. This does not eliminate stress, but minimizes its impact on your well-being, allowing you to maintain clarity and composure. Navigating conflict with equanimity. Conflicts, whether in the workplace or personal relationships, can be sources of significant distress. Stoicism provides tools to handle conflicts with equanimity and grace. The key lies in focusing on our own behavior and response, rather than trying to control the other person's actions or reactions. Imagine you're in a heated discussion with a colleague. The Stoic approach would be to remain calm, listen attentively, and speak with respect. This is grounded in the Stoic belief that the only thing truly within our control is our own actions. By maintaining control over your responses, you prevent the conflict from escalating and possibly even inspire a similar calmness in your colleague. Marcus Aurelius advised us to meet confrontations with gentle actions and to avoid matching the anger of others. By embodying this principle, you can diffuse potential conflicts and maintain your peace, turning contentious situations into opportunities for demonstrating patience and understanding. Building a community of support. Stoicism also teaches the importance of community and mutual support. While it emphasizes self-sufficiency, it also acknowledges the value of a supportive community. Building such a community involves cultivating relationships based on mutual respect and shared values rather than superficial connections. To foster such a community, engage in activities that align with your values and attract like-minded individuals. Whether it's volunteering, joining a book club, or participating in local politics, these activities provide a platform for connecting with others who share your interests and values. In these spaces, practice the Stoic virtues of wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. By demonstrating these qualities, you attract people who value them, creating a network that is not only supportive but also enriching. This community becomes a source of strength and encouragement, especially when facing personal challenges or societal pressures. Stress reduction through Stoic practices. Practical Stoic practices can be directly applied to reduce stress in everyday life. Daily reflection, for example, is a Stoic practice where you review your day in the evening, assessing what went well and what could be improved. This helps you learn from your experiences and plan better actions in the future. Another practice is the premeditation of evils, which involves visualizing potential challenges or difficulties you might encounter in the day ahead. This might sound counterintuitive, but by mentally preparing for these challenges, you can face them with greater composure when they arise. Stoicism in modern workplaces. Applying Stoicism in the workplace can transform how you interact with your colleagues and approach your work. It teaches that the value of our work lies not in the recognition we receive, but in the integrity and effort we put into it. By focusing on your own work ethic and maintaining a Stoic composure, you can become a stabilizing force in your office. When challenges arise, instead of reacting impulsively, use Stoic reflection to assess the best course of action. This approach not only reduces personal stress, but also contributes to a healthier, more cooperative work environment. Embracing Stoic freedom. Stoicism ultimately teaches us about the freedom that comes from within, freedom from passion, freedom from perturbation, and freedom from the distress caused by things outside our control. This inner freedom is achieved through the disciplined practice of reflecting on our thoughts and actions, ensuring they are aligned with our core philosophical principles. As we continue this exploration of Stoic philosophy, remember that each principle not only helps us navigate the complexities of modern life, but also guides us towards living a more fulfilling, meaningful life. Stoicism isn't just about enduring life's challenges. It's about thriving within them, using the wisdom of the ancients to cultivate a life of peace, resilience, and deep contentment. In the next segment, we will delve deeper into how these Stoic practices can be applied in personal development and leadership, further exploring the profound impact Stoicism can have on our personal growth and the wider community. Stay with us as we uncover more ways to harness the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, making each day more intentional and each action more impactful. Continuing our exploration of Stoicism, we delve into its application in personal development and leadership, highlighting how these ancient principles can profoundly shape our growth and positively impact those around us. Stoic personal development. Personal development within the Stoic framework focuses on self-mastery, the disciplined pursuit of personal virtue. Stoicism teaches that true progress comes from within and is measured by our ability to control our reactions and live according to our values. Consider the concept of the Stoic circle of control, which categorizes life's elements into those we can control, our thoughts, behaviors, and responses, and those we cannot, such as the actions of others or external events. Focusing on what we can control leads to a more effective and fulfilling life. This is especially crucial in today's world, where external circumstances can easily overwhelm us. By concentrating on our inner selves, we develop resilience, clarity, and a stronger sense of purpose. The role of reflection in Stoic growth. Reflection is a cornerstone of Stoic practice. It involves daily examination of one's thoughts and actions to assess their alignment with Stoic virtues such as wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. This practice isn't just about identifying faults, but also about recognizing strengths and opportunities for growth. For example, at the end of each day, you might reflect on interactions with others, asking yourself questions like, "Did I act justly?" or "Was I led by fear or by reason?" This process not only aids in self-awareness, but also helps in making more thoughtful decisions in the future. Stoicism and leadership. In leadership, Stoicism offers valuable insights into managing others with fairness, empathy, and a clear-minded strategy. A Stoic leader focuses on serving the greater good and inspiring the same commitment to virtue in their team. They lead by example, demonstrating how to respond to challenges with composure and integrity. One practical application in leadership is the concept of leading from the front. This involves taking on the same challenges as your team and not shying away from the front lines. It builds trust and respect, and sets a powerful example of accountability and leadership in action. Managing emotions in professional settings. Stoicism teaches that emotions, while natural, should not dictate our actions. In professional settings, this is particularly pertinent. The ability to detach from immediate emotional reactions and choose responses based on rational analysis is invaluable. It leads to better decision-making and conflict resolution and fosters a calm, productive work environment. Imagine you're faced with a sudden crisis at work. A major project fails, or a client is lost. A Stoic approach would involve assessing the situation calmly, understanding what can be salvaged or learned, and moving forward without panic. This ability to maintain composure under pressure is a hallmark of effective leadership. Stoic contributions to team dynamics. Stoicism can also transform team dynamics by fostering a culture of respect, resilience, and focus on common goals. When team members adopt Stoic principles, they become more supportive of each other, less reactive to stress, and more focused on collective over individual success. For instance, in meetings and collaborative projects, a Stoic-influenced team would prioritize the objectives and the group's needs over personal egos or agendas. This collective Stoicism can significantly enhance productivity and morale. Expanding influence beyond the self. Stoicism doesn't just improve individual lives, it extends its benefits outward, influencing others through positive interaction. By embodying Stoic virtues, you can serve as a role model, encouraging others to adopt a more thoughtful, resilient approach to life. Furthermore, Stoic practices can be shared in community settings, through workshops, group discussions, and even social media platforms, spreading the wisdom of Stoicism and its practical benefits. This creates a ripple effect, enhancing the well-being of larger groups and communities. Anticipating future challenges with Stoicism. As we prepare for future challenges, whether personal, professional, or global, Stoicism equips us with tools to face them with dignity and strength. It encourages a proactive stance, preparing mentally and emotionally for potential difficulties and maintaining a steady course despite uncertainty. This forward-looking aspect of Stoicism is not about fear or pessimism, but about realistic preparation and empowerment. It aligns with the Stoic belief that while we may not control every aspect of our lives, we can always control our responses, ensuring they reflect our deepest values and highest aspirations. Continuing the Stoic journey. As we continue to integrate Stoic philosophy into every aspect of our lives, we see its transformative power, not just in enduring life's trials but in thriving through them. Stoicism offers more than just coping mechanisms. It provides a robust framework for living a meaningful life, characterized by inner peace, resilience, and a profound sense of fulfillment. In our next and final segment, we will explore how to sustain and deepen our Stoic practices, ensuring that Stoicism is not just a philosophy for challenging times, but a lifelong companion that enhances every aspect of our existence. Join us as we conclude our journey into Stoicism, looking forward to the lasting impacts and the ultimate realization of living as a true Stoic in the modern world. As we conclude our exploration of Stoic philosophy, we focus on how to sustain and deepen our engagement with Stoicism, making it not just a temporary guide, but a lifelong companion that continuously enhances our existence. Deepening Stoic practice. To truly integrate Stoicism into your life, it's essential to make its practices routine and reflective. This means setting aside time each day for Stoic exercises, such as journaling, meditation, or reading Stoic texts. These practices help solidify the principles of Stoicism in your daily life and enable you to reflect on and adjust your actions and thoughts according to Stoic virtues. Journaling, for instance, is more than recording events. It's about evaluating your responses to those events and planning future improvements. This could involve writing down what you did well and identifying areas where you could have been more Stoic, such as showing more patience or detachment. Meditation in Stoicism involves focusing on your ability to control your perceptions and reactions. Regular meditation helps cultivate the calm and focus necessary to apply Stoic principles, especially in stressful situations. By practicing mindfulness, you train yourself to remain present and composed, observing your emotions without letting them dictate your actions. Continuous learning Stoicism is a philosophy rich with texts and teachings from thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. Continually returning to these texts can provide new insights and reinforce old ones. Each reading can offer new lessons, especially as you face different challenges in life. Workshops, lectures, and discussion groups on Stoicism can also enrich your understanding and application of the philosophy. Engaging with a community of fellow Stoics allows for the exchange of ideas and support, further deepening your practice. Applying Stoicism in everyday challenges. The true test of Stoicism is in its application to everyday life. This could be as simple as practicing gratitude when you wake up, which aligns with the Stoic practice of appreciating what you have and recognizing that external conditions do not define your happiness. It could also involve applying the dichotomy of control by releasing frustration over traffic jams, instead using the time to reflect or listen to something enriching. Stoicism in relationships. Stoicism can profoundly impact how you approach relationships. By focusing on being present and reducing reactive emotional responses, you improve your interactions with others. Stoicism teaches that we should accept people as they are, without trying to control them, which can lead to healthier and more supportive relationships. Facing adversity with Stoicism. When adversity strikes, Stoicism provides a framework for resilience. Instead of becoming overwhelmed by the severity of a situation, Stoicism encourages a focus on action. What can be done in the present moment to manage the situation? This approach is about finding actionable solutions rather than dwelling on the uncontrollable aspects of the crisis. Spreading Stoic principles. As you grow in your Stoic practice, you naturally begin to influence those around you. Sharing Stoic principles through your actions, such as remaining calm during crises, showing empathy, or being a steady presence, can inspire others to explore Stoicism themselves. This is how a philosophy transcends individual practice and begins to enrich a broader community. The lifelong journey with Stoicism. Finally, it's important to recognize that engaging with Stoicism is a lifelong journey. There will always be new challenges to face, and each will provide an opportunity to practice and refine your Stoic virtues. The goal is not to achieve perfection, but to continually strive for personal growth and understanding. As we close this series on Stoic philosophy, reflect on how these teachings have begun to influence your life and consider ways you might further integrate Stoic practices into your daily routine. Stoicism is more than a set of principles. It is a way of living that, when embraced, can profoundly transform your perspective, your relationships, and your overall well-being. Embrace this journey with an open heart and mind, and let Stoicism guide you through the complexities of modern life with grace, resilience, and wisdom. Remember, the path of Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions or avoiding hardships. It's about cultivating strength, peace, and happiness from within, regardless of external circumstances. Let the Stoic journey continue, enriched by each experience and every reflection, as you move forward in life with clarity, purpose, and profound inner strength.